Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Ruvet. In what I suspect might be either the last or the penultimate episode. Although, I also thought the game would end like 5 hours ago, and it didn't, so who knows. Last time, after much wandering around, we have discovered more of the message from Judy, and saw Frank's breakdown related to it. So now we are on the hunt to get more information about the message. And I think we will begin by going and talking to Riley, assuming she is even there. If she isn't, then we will go to the old mine and then talk to the Coral Destiny people there. Riley might be gone by the time we reach the motel. I don't imagine Travis has much to say on the topic of Frank. Let's go to the motel. Also, I guess we're permanently stuck with fresh bruises and skin deep nicks. Yes, that part doesn't rewind. So that... Oh. What? What do you mean we got to the motel at 8:46? What the fuck? What? Hold on. Huh? No. What? 8:46? Huh?
Are you ready to check in now, Mr.?
No. Okay. What? It can't be taking that long, right? This has to be some sort of mistake. Hold on. Let's get back to... Okay, actually, fuck it. Let's just go to the old mine. Why did getting to the motel take the entire hour? That didn't happen before. I mean, I guess we are relatively close to Kay's Ranch, and getting to Kay's Ranch takes like forever from the motel. Intention updated. You're stuck in a time loop. Not actually updated at all. Well, let's talk to Ben. It's Ben, in Flesh and Crutches. Ben, you and Riley were close. It's important we talk about you. He stares at you with empty eyes, glassy, like he's on the verge of bursting into tears. Riley, pat his head and whisper. He turns toward your hand, like a dog nudging for affection. Then, just like that, he breaks down sobbing, like he's been holding back the flood. Maybe hearing Riley's name makes him cry. What a superpower, to hear a name and break down. Still, only one way to be sure about that kind of reasoning. What's wrong? Why are you crying? Was it because I mentioned Riley?
Riley, yeah. I saw her recently.
He lets out sounds like something between a laugh and a groan.
We talked like we hadn't in so long. It really moved me.
Moved you how exactly?
She was different. She acted like she hadn't in some time. It reminded me of some things.
The question stirs him again. He cries a bit, then settles down, like he remembered something.
It gets easier here when I come to Dana.
You are sleeping with her? He looks at you, confused, like you just suggested something he'd never even thought of.
No, nothing like that. She offers me a hand of salvation, makes my life better, or less dark. Yeah, it feels good at first, but then it all turns black and starts sinking deeper.
Is it drugs? Do you do drugs? Could mean anything, from wrapping him in her experimental plants to washing him in the nutrient-rich waters. What is this hand of salvation?
Yeah, exactly that.
He goes silent, staring ahead, withdrawn, unreachable. Anyway, about Riley. his eyes fill with tears again. Just the sound of her name stabs him like a knife. But she's the one I need to ask about. You'll need to figure this one out. He is in no state to talk about her now. At least the culprit is clear. The hand of salvation Dana keeps feeding him. Alright, just let him be. So, he's not gonna spill anything about Riley while he's in that state. Make sure Ben is not on drugs. Ben seems to be too high to help you with anything now, but he definitely knows something about Riley. Dana Peters is Ben's supplier, and she gave him the drugs during the 47 minutes of the loop. All you have to do is stop her from doing that. Yeah, question is how. Let's ignore the protocol together.
Always for breaking some rules. Screw Coral Destiny's protocols.
Alright. So, Dana, if that's even your real name.
Hiya! So sorry about that sterilization procedure, but it's necessary in a facility of this type. And don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic in origin.
Listen, whatever you're giving Ben, it's not helping. Quite the opposite. It's hurting him.
What nonsense is this? He's never complained about any side effects.
I'm telling you, it's devastating him emotionally.
This isn't about whether I believe you, it's about facts and evidence. So whatever you think is happening to Ben can't be real. Impossible.
This isn't going anywhere. You'll need a different angle. Ooh, emotional check. We are so good at those. Yep. Too indifferent. I think we could take a drink at... No, we cannot take a drink at the bar because they are not offering it to us anymore. Alright, you'll have to spell it out in facts. Nothing else will reach you. Let's break it down. First fact. Your drug is altering Ben's state of mind. The way he acts, the way he thinks, even the way he feels. She tilts her head. A small nod, waiting, measuring, expecting you to keep going. Let's see... Another fact. Even though you think you're helping, Ben is reduced to tears until he blacks out. She lifts a brow, but keeps her mouth shut. The silence says enough. Third fact. It's ruining him, and you should stop doing it. Her smile flickers, brittle. She shakes her head. And you can't tell if it's disappointment or quiet laughter. Maybe both. Maybe that's the job.
All this tells me you're some kind of plant. Someone trying to sabotage what I'm doing. Reasons? Don't know, don't care. So take your so-called facts and fuck off. Leave me to my work.
Okay. It's useless. She won't budge. You'll need a different approach. Maybe facts strike closer to her own line. Perhaps what I need is more info on Ben. Something she can't ignore. Maybe those facts will push her to act differently.
Yes?
Can you tell me anything about your co-worker, Riley Anderson?
As of a couple of days ago, ex-coworker, mind you. I never collaborated with her professionally as my work is independent of most of the company. But personally, I'm sorry she decided to leave us. Most of Coral Destiny's employees truly believe the company pitch, and it makes them behave like a cult. Riley wasn't like that.
What did Riley do at Coral Destiny?
She trained to be a colonist, which means everything. Kidding. But not really. Every future Martian needs to be a jack of all trades, capable of filling almost any role temporarily or permanently. Every irreplaceable individual is a danger to the colony, which means that Riley went through a variety of training courses, from comms to advanced first aid to mech engineering and robotics, basic hydroponics.
So the only time she could have had a message from space was during comms training?
Yes? It's possible even afterwards. Every future colonist is on rotational duty in Star Command's comms center. But who do you think Riley heard? Aliens?
Message from Judy Resnick. Give her the look.
Unfortunately, the whole shift heard Resnick's last message before the guiding light exploded, before Judy went EVA. Must have been horrible for Riley. To hear what would become the last words of her friend without being able to respond, say goodbye.
Alright. She either doesn't know about the Judy's message, or she's hiding it really well. Do you know anything about her past here in Drew Valley?
I know little. She had a tragic life. Her father died before she was even born. Her mother died in an accident when Riley was 12 years old. That would break most people, but not Riley. Tough as titanium nails, that one. What remained of her family contributed to keeping her sane, surely. Frank, an older brother, and the people that practically adopted both of them and gave them a home, the Flemings, Benjamin especially, he was like the dad Riley never had. The Flemings are the people who own the Rue Valley Motel, you know?
All that explains why Riley is wreaking havoc on the motel's vending machine. And up rich.
Could be. Although, since that machine has a habit of eating coins, I can't say I blame Riley. But, as I said, Riley is tough as nails. That's why she would be an amazing colonist. A pity, really.
That's it. Thanks very much.
No, thank you. I don't have many chances to gossip with somebody who doesn't know everybody else around here.
Okay, and that's prematurely ended conversation, which I suspect might make the conversation not carve, which is rather annoying. Let's go. Let's use our time loop skills and dig up dirt about her and Ben. Obviously, we are not going to K Wrench. We will start by walking to Kuiper Belt and see what we can dig up there, and then check if it really takes almost the entire hour to get to the motel. Still feels weird to me. Although I guess the main issue is that we have to walk from the barricade, essentially. I don't know what those things are called, the pylons that pop up. You.
Hey, I'm Travis, and you look like you could really use a drink.
Do you know Riley Anderson?
Anderson.
He pauses for a second, brow creasing, lips shifting like he's powering through a deadlift.
Ah, Riley. She's cool, super nice, and gives off that easygoing vibe. Oh, and a great tipper.
But what's up with her and Coral Destiny?
Can't say for sure. Think she's with the space program or something. Her and a bunch of other jumpers were practically regulars here.
Jumpers?
Because of the jumpsuits. Coined that one myself. I was hoping it'd catch on.
No, it's good.
Thanks, buddy. Anyways, they didn't look like your typical CD eggheads, so I just figured technicians or would-be astronauts. I mean, they could hold their liquor like dock workers, especially Riley. Trust me, I sling some serious stargaritas. But that thing? I kicked it up a notch. Mixed it just for them. I call it Nebula Nectar. Strictly off the record, menu, and the rules.
Did you say Stargaritas? Alright. Surely they've had some wild stories after a couple of those. Come on, you must have heard something.
Nope. Only that the drink proved tougher to beat than their Astro Sims. Took that as a compliment.
Alas, the guy is truly a professional, so you're probably not gonna get much more out of him. Yeah, right. Back to base. We are driving north, because now if we go to the motel, we are going to be completely out of time. But I guess we should visit the reception and talk to Robin. Percy, you got any cool deeds for me?
Hello, sir. My name is... But of
You do not. Alas, Percy, still useless. Objective for now is to poke around her computer and, I guess, see if the conversation line we just had did actually complete. 8:42. So tight on time. I guess talking to Ben last time really wasted a lot of time. Right on time, exhausted by his torments, Ben slaps onto the car's hood. Maybe there is something inside that can help me get to Dana. The car is your oyster, if you want to poke around. Check if there is an alarm system. No alarm light blinks on the dashboard, no sticker on the window. Chances are the old-timer doesn't have a car alarm, but you'll have to risk it to find out. Reach in through the half-open window and pull the handle from the inside. The secret agent maneuver was cool and all, but unnecessary. The door was already unlocked. The driver's seat tilts awkwardly under your weight, probably from years of compensating for a missing leg. Despite Ben keeping a tidy car, the age shows. The age shows. Still, every crease has been smoothed, as if order could patch up old pools. So, what now? Where will you check? The Sunwise. Nothing. Not even a license or registration card tucked up there. Under the seats. The condition of the driver's seat makes it a bit trickier as it shifts to and fro. When you do finally manage, your hand grasps a whole lot of nothing. The glove compartment. The glove box coughs up a whole mess of junk, spilling it across the passenger seat and onto the floor. See if there is anything left in the glove box. Just a handful of coins, a lonely AAA battery, and a pristine new semi-hollow rubber cylinder. Check the pile on the floor. As you sift through it, brushing past crumpled papers, a few things stand out. A scuffed flashlight, a pack of nicotine patches, unopened, a tire pressure gauge with its numbers half faded, and a worn, folded-up photograph. Inspect the flashlight. It feels light, lighter than it should. A quick shake confirms it. No weight, no batteries, no power. Check the unopened pack of nicotine patches. It's a trivial mystery, but a mystery all the same. The car doesn't carry so much as a whisper of cigarette smoke, yet the nicotine patches in the glove box are still sealed. Which begs the question, who are they for? It could be he was looking for a buzz before Dana introduced something better. How boring, and probably true. Examine the pressure gauge. No great revelation here. It's exactly what it seems to be. A bit vintage maybe, but nothing else. Examine the picture. It's folded twice, and when you open it, the intersecting crease lands dead across the face of one of the figures on it. The one on the left, a tall woman cradling a baby, head bowed, so you can't discern her features. There is something familiar in her posture, though. Anita? Which makes the baby Robin. The remaining pair, a young man in his early 20s, stuffed into a suit a size too big, smiling awkwardly as he is supporting the guy with the obscured face. And beside him, a preteen girl with arms crossed, one leg stretched toward the camera, chin tilted up in quiet defiance. These two must be Frank and Riley, no question about it. It doesn't exactly look like a reminder of happier times, but there is no mistaking how much the picture is cherished. Go through the mess of the seat. There is just a wad of papers and an empty binder. Take a look at the binder. It's blue, with a touch of filigree embossing in the upper right corner. Check the papers. Almost everything here is car business. Insurance, warranty, emission certificate, and roadside assistance info. But tucked among them, like Ben tried to hide it from himself and the world, two stapled pages stand out. A report from New Horizon Bank. Tax foreclosure notice of default. Quite a mouthful. But, put simply, it's the official warning that the Rio Valley Motel will be repossessed by the bank, because of the lack of mortgage payment, with transfer of ownership set to take effect in the coming weeks. Try telling Dana about this. Worked like shit. No, you fucking didn't. What? Maybe the approach was right, but the information wrong. Keep digging. What? Do you still have anything to do? No. Like you. Why did you take a minute from me on that? Let's ignore the
Always for
protocol.
breaking some
That was bullshit. Alright, your computer. Calling it Dana's workstation feels like a gross oversimplification, but the name works. You notice a lonely business card casually left next to, well, something sciencey that requires a PhD or two, just to name a few. The card, though, it's basically screaming, "Look at me." So shift your focus from all that other stuff and take a look. Yeah, but what if she left it there on purpose, to test intruders? Oh sure, with all this priceless gear lying around, she was clearly angling to lure a wandering klepto with something as trivial as a piece of personalized cardboard. Fine, zero in on the card. Dr. Dana Peters, head of Food and Medicine Department, Coral Destiny. Underneath, a perfectly boring corporate-style email and phone number. Definitely not personal. You're almost disappointed. Somehow, you crammed this boring but oh so important information into your mind. Maybe we need to call her early in the loop. Oh yeah, I bet this is what we're going to do. We will, once we get a hook on her, we will call her as soon as the loop begins. Yes. Let's see what the internet has to say about Dana Peters. What are you hoping to find? She's spirited, sure, but if she ever left a mark, it was probably in chalk on some lab board, washed away before the internet even thought to notice. She wears cheer like a mask, but her eyes give away something hidden, something dark. Maybe she's just tired. Or, more likely, you're imagining things, as always. So, what are you gonna search for first? Dana Peters Overshoot Forum. It's a hit! You've landed on the About Us page of a niche and somewhat under-designed educational hub. The sticky sidebar widget says it is. The sticky sidebar widget says it all. The forum's taken over, burying the site under. What? The sticky sidebar widget says it all. The forum is taken over, burying the site. Oh, the forum has taken over the site. There we go. Burying the site under its own rabid noise on all things environmental. The founders are listed below, and Dana is there, labeled only as activist. No picture though, but her name is hyperlinked. Click on Dana's name. It takes you right to her profile and activity log. Dana J. Peters, 85. However, hasn't been active for more than 5 years. Just below it, you see a number of posts and threads where she's mentioned, but a single one in all caps. Sell out. Piques your interest. Well, now that I'm here. The thread reads like a feeding frenzy. Snide jokes, bitter jabs, and harsh accusations that Dana jumped ship to cozy up with the very enemy they have long rallied against. Post after post calls her traitor to the cause, accusing her of cashing in her credibility for prestige and Coral Destiny's paycheck. And Dana? She's in there swinging, firing back with mile-long posts, piling on reply after reply, about how she's out there getting off her ass, doing the real work, instead of sniping behind the keyboard. A particularly hot-headed commenter pinned, or rather nailed, a news article to the top, with a caption, "From our champion to an accomplice in scorching our skies." The plot thickens. Joy. Read it. Cedar Vale, October 5th, 2009. Dana Peters, age 25, was convicted today for her involvement in the deliberate release of an unidentified pathogen among oil extraction personnel, resulting in severe systemic yet non-lethal illness in several miners. Oh, was she involved with Apex Ore? Facing charges of ecoterrorism, Peters pleaded not guilty to one of the 2 counts, but was ultimately sentenced to 1 year in prison, without the possibility of appeal or parole. The authorities have not disclosed additional information pertaining to potential motives or the nature of the released pathogen, nor confirmed the existence of any prior criminal record associated with Peters. Damn, who knew she had it in her? Then you slipped it into the conversation. Because there is enough here to make her see things your way? What? Blackmail her? I'd never stoop so low. Come on, don't pretend you're not already at rock bottom, shovel in hand, seeing if you can dig yourself even lower. The loop will undo it as it is, so there is no harm done. And you've done far worse than this, don't pretend otherwise. Remember Alex, talk about going out with a bang. Well...
Hiya! And
Yeah.
don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all
Okay, no,
organic. in
the
origin.
conversation about Riley counted. That's good. Tell her that Ben's motel will be acquired by the bank. Eugene Harrow.
Nice to meet you, Eugene Harrow. I'm Dana Peters.
Her hand is warm, the grip sincere. Listen, Mr. Fleming, he's about to lose the motel.
But how? With all those Coral Destiny tours, the place should be doing just fine.
He hasn't been paying the loan installments for some time now. Like he lost control. Like he's using. Again.
What you describe sounds more like Ben himself than something caused by a substance. He has always been irresponsible ever since I met him. And when Anita left, things only went further downhill. She used to take care of all the day-to-day matters.
Are you some pro-drugs hippie?
Robin took on as much as she could, but she's still young, inexperienced. A child, so to speak. So, if what you're saying is true, it's not about any substance. It's about Ben and the kind of person he is.
Still, this is only your first attempt. Persistence might still pay off. Sure. You're really into your drugs. Kind of weird. I'll be honest, kind of weird. Okay. Can we call her? Yep, we have her information. We cannot call her. Then off on foot we go. To the old mine. And all this bullshit is being done because Dana fed Ben drugs, which we need to get rid of because Ben will not talk to us about Riley while he's on drugs. How incredibly... I feel like there is some word on with the
It's not exact.
that is relevant. That's like a roundabout way. Circuitous?
So sorry
Maybe
about
circuitous.
that. And don't you worry about the chemicals.
Okay.
They're all organic in origin.
Try to blackmail her about her prison time. Eugene Harrow, at your service. Tip your non-existent hat.
An old school greeting. I'm honored, Mr. Harrow. I'm Dana Peters.
Don't make fun of me. She dips into a mock aristocratic curtsy, like a lady from centuries past. Something you would expect during a ball at the K Ranch House. Listen, I know who you were in your past life.
Really? What was I? A plant? Hopefully something fruit-bearing.
A terrorist.
Oh, that again. I was hoping for something far more
Yeah,
original and fun.
Obviously, it's public information, it's not a secret.
And you're sharing this little revelation with me because...
Because I want you to stop giving drugs to Ben.
That won't happen. First, because it helps him. My remedy works. Second, my employers already know about my past. Nice try though, but blackmail won't work with me. What I don't understand is, why you? What's your connection to Ben?
I'm trying to help myself. And Ben.
Strange way of helping him, blackmailing me. But whatever, I've got work later. You can see yourself out.
You tried using the loss of the motel against him. It didn't work. Now, blackmailing failed too. Every attempt to sway Dana has fallen flat. She hardly flinched when you pressed her about her criminal past, just as she barely blinked when you told her Ben was losing the motel. It seems that you are stuck. I didn't dig hard enough for dirt on Dana. Instead of digging up old secrets, maybe focus on what is already happening. Ben is falling apart from that crap she's feeding him, like a corpse packed with maggots, dropped from the sky to burst open on the dirt below. Maybe you should show her. Let her see what the shit really does to him, instead of the happiness she thinks she's providing. I could try convincing her over the phone? Yeah, nobody to her. She won't believe a stranger without proof. Yeah. Okay, holding the cops obviously won't do anything. I could make her come outside when it happens. You could, but it won't help. What you need is for her to see what she's doing to him before she hands him the goods. Maybe calling the cops will make her stop doing it. Or is a lazy bit of shit. Just waiting for him to write your concerns in a report will take longer than the loop itself. Chances are, he already knows all about Dana's activities around here, and won't lift his ass out of the chair to stop them. Well, I'm all out of ideas. The only way for Dana to witness Ben's descent into the pit of sadness... The only way is for Dana to witness Ben's descent into the pit of sadness before it happens in the loop. Which means you'll need to record it and send it to her. With Frank's phone. Haha, I knew it was a good idea to charge it. How am I supposed to keep the video safe from the loop reset? With Frank's phone. Frank's phone doesn't reset. You just need to check what state it is in. Battery seems fine though. There, you sold at least one thing already. Aha. That actually could have been a much bigger element of the game, but yeah. That is going into the column of things the game didn't develop enough. Well, that didn't work, but you came up to a new approach. Gather some hard loop-resistant evidence. That will surely show her what these drugs are actually doing to the poor man. Check Frank's phone. You need a decent battery level and enough space. Okay, and see if Frank's junk phone can record videos. It takes a while for the camera app to boot up, and you automatically switch to video mode. It works, but the quality won't be great. Old phone, old lens. However, the recording icon is grayed out. Classic sign the memory is full. Something has to be cleared first. Which means deleting files from the phone. The biggest ones are usually photos and videos. Enter the video gallery. It's crammed with files, like no one touched them in years. Doesn't really matter what you delete, they're just the memories of a dead man anyway. Still, this phone doesn't reset. Once you delete something, it's gone. For good. Fucked up choices are in front of you. Which file do you want to start cutting into? Delete a video? There's plenty of those. You'll have to choose one. Delete the old. I don't fucking care. Delete random video. You scroll aimlessly through the list and stop on one by pure chance. The thumbnail shows Judy, dated April 2025. If I can't save it, I can try to remember it. Play the video. The video opens at sunset, somewhere along the main road. You can see the asphalt stretching behind Judy.
Frank, don't waste time filming me. You'll be staring at me on screens for months to come.
I just want to capture the moment. Give me a second.
He pans the camera in a clumsy circle, and you realize they're standing at the overlook near the roadblock. I know this place. Of course you do. You fell off a cliff there. A memory you'd rather erase if you could.
Today is April 20th, the day before my wife goes to space. A historic moment for me. Everything else is just noise.
Enough of that. Come kiss me while you still can.
The camera slips out of focus, catching only the backs of their heads as they lock into a fierce embrace. Third potency. Judy looks happy, unafraid. Frank, on the other hand, looks oblivious to the future that is coming for them. For both of them. You could have predicted the guiding light incident. You don't prepare for tragedy, it blindsides you. Now their unknowing bliss is in your hands, about to be reduced to oblivion. Goodbye, Judy. Goodbye, Frank. Delete the video. The circle spins, then the message appears. Video deleted. You need more space. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Delete some photos. There is a mountain of them. Which pile of memories do you think deserves the X first? Delete memes and shared photos. Like most people, he never bothered to turn off autosave for media. Years later, the phone is crammed with junk. The circle spins, and the phone churns in the background. And then, gone. All of it. There are probably some good memes in there. A small sacrifice in the grand scheme. Better to die as a good meme than linger long enough to become a mockery of itself. There's only freed up a sliver of space. You need to delete more. A solid chunk of memory is freed, but not enough. More has to disappear forever. Delete another video. And let's delete the oldest video. The recording is from September 2019. The thumbnail shows Riley, sitting at a table, looking straight at the camera. Finally, a familiar, friendly face. Play the video. Frank, what are you doing? Are you filming me? Just figuring out what this thing can do. Relax, will you? He fumbles with the zoom, clumsy in and out, until Riley's forehead fills the frame. Cut it out and let me tell you about Judy. You've got a date tomorrow. Don't screw it up. Me? Screw it up. I'm the most charming mechanic on this planet. And I hope you put in a good word for me, like a sister should. The camera drifts down to the tip of her nose. Of course I did. Now, seriously, leave it alone. She is a good friend of mine, and I'd hate to see it fall apart. Come on, you're no fun. Alright, tell me everything I need to know. The clip ends, an interaction between Riley and Frank. One you never imagined they were capable of. Or, maybe more striking, how easily they spoke about each other. Something, well, we know what tore them apart. It was the guiding light incident. People drift apart sometimes, for better or worse. Two young people, carefree, looking out for each other. And now, just shadows. Goodbye, Frank. Goodbye, Riley. Delete the video. After a brief pause, the file is gone. Forever. Hopefully it was worth it. The phone is almost ready for recording. A little more room, just in case. How much fucking memory do you need? 2 videos and a bunch of photos. Delete your photos. Judy is prominent in most of them. Then, Frank and Judy together, over and over again. So many that they blur together like 2 colorful candy on a shelf. One stands out though. A group shot with Riley, Judy and Frank. Beautiful in its simplicity. I'm gonna keep this one. One photo won't make a difference. Not here. Not now. That should do it. So, you've deleted a number of memories. A shit ton of old memes. Funny, isn't it? How even junk like that sparks hesitation. Proof that everything on this phone is wired to make you want to keep it. Last moments of Judy and Frank. Now that memory joined both of them in nothing. They can linger there for all eternity. Frank and Riley's nice moment together. At least you saw it once. You'll forget it after enough loops, but for now, it's locked away in your skull. A fragile vault. Judy and her photos. Pretty, harmless, sentimental, which makes erasing them feel worse somehow. They're all gone, unless Frank shared with them with someone. And knowing him, he probably didn't. So, how do you feel about it? It was a necessity. Emotions have nothing to do with it. That's one way to frame it. Pretend it's clean, clinical, necessary. Doesn't change the fact that you pulled the trigger. I'll be honest, I don't know Frank. It's his old phone with a bunch of his old photos. I delete my old photos every so often. I don't have photos from older than probably like 3 years ago. So, meh. Be that as it may, the phone is ready to record. Okay. Let's go talk to Ben. Record Ben in his devastated state. You need the perfect spot, close enough to capture everything, but hidden well enough that Ben won't see you. That old elevator looks like the perfect hiding. Perfect. Traffic being stopped by the roadblock works in your favor too. No one's passing by during the shot. You're set. The angle is solid. You won't need much zoom. With any luck, sound will come through as well. Just in time, he buries his head in his hands and starts to cry. Actually, Ben starts to cry harder, his body trembling. Sounds spill from him, something between weeping, moaning, and a jagged laugh. No man in a sane state of mind would ever let out such a noise. His misery bursts like a broken dam. Black waters of pain and fear flooding the ground around him. Even through the lens, you can feel it seeping toward you. I feel sorry for him. He's having a really rough time. He was likely at the very edge of his strength, barely coping. And now, this is it, the breaking point. He pauses for a moment, drawing in a deep breath and holding it, almost as if he has wrestled the storm back under control. But then it breaks through again. The sobbing returns, his head shaking, body trembling. Perhaps something set him off, and he simply couldn't bear the weight anymore. He just snapped. Losing the motel, probably. Yeah, that has to sit at the very top of the list. It's hard to even imagine what it feels like. To watch everything you have built just vanish. Just like that, sobbing, shaking, and then flat on his back, arms crossed over his chest, unnaturally still. Maybe he ran out of juice. The drug meant for outer space slams into him like a comet, burning everything out, at least for now. That's enough. Anyone with eyes can see what's happening here. A lot of sorrow for what video. Stop recording. When the time is right and you have the Wi-Fi, you can send it to Dana. And end of the world. Let's go. Move the branch and leave the car. You got the video, you got the email. Now all you have to do is press that send button. But don't forget to do it before she gives the drugs to Ben. Probably to Kuiper because it's on the way. We can probably get to the K Ranch faster, but Kuiper is on the way, so I don't really want to go through K Ranch if I can avoid it. I mean, this should be fine time-wise, I think. I hope. We need to be inside. Email Ben's video to Dana. You open Frank's email account and start a new message. As you type her address, it autofills, already saved in his contacts. Maybe Frank was also a customer of Dana's products. He didn't strike you as the type. Then again, Ryuveri is full of surprises. Attach the file to the email. You tap the paperclip icon in the corner and select the video. A moment later, the file sits there, loaded, ready for send-off. The cursor blinks in the subject line, waiting. Concerned about Ben. Simple, clean. If only your life were the same. Maybe add a short message to the body. Fuck it. Leave. No. I should explain the circumstances in detail. Context adds shrapnel when you're detonating a bomb in someone's inbox. Let's start with the obvious. Okay, we're not starting with "Hello Daddy, Danny Nanny." Dear Dana. An informal approach. Bold move. Then again, you are writing from Frank's account. In the attachment, you'll find a video I believe is imperative for you to see. It shows the direct outcome of using your product. Good. Don't explain what's in the video. Let her see it yourself. Draw her own conclusions. I hope you'll act on this information responsibly. Nice, clean, professional. All that's left now is signature. And we are logged into, let's check one more time, make sure everything is in order. Everything is in its place. The message is waiting for you to sign it, and send it into the ether. Frank. It's gone, for better or worse. The phone pings, probably Dana's reply. That was fast. Read
Thanks
the
for
answer.
reaching out, Frank. I had no idea this was the effect. He always seemed fine and never said a word about it.
And you refused to listen when anyone tried to talk to you about it, so... Yeah, I'm sure you were very attentive to the side effects.
I'll definitely have a talk with him as soon as he shows up. Thanks again. I'd hate to see him suffer, let alone be part of the reason why. P.S. I understand your concern. I'll take care of this. Trust me.
Now all that's left is to head to hydroponics and see what your actions have set in motion. Off to the farm then. We auto-travel there. And immediately talk to Ben, okay. He sits a man dazed and confused, like he expected a dive into blissful stupor, but got a lecture instead. A big one. We need to talk about Riley.
Riley? Yeah, sure, just, hold on a minute. Who are you exactly?
Your gambit worked. He sounds and acts like a normal person now, not like a man with one foot hovering over an endless pit of sorrow. Which means it's improvisation time, if you want him to open up and spill the proverbial beans. I'm Eugene, and I'm a big fan of Coral Destiny. Probably the biggest there is. Actually no. I'm Dr. Nightingale, a colleague of Dr. Fink. I work for Coral Destiny.
Pleasure to meet you, Dr. Nightingale. I'm Benjamin Fleming, the motel's owner and family to Riley, in a way. So how can I help you, Dr. Nightingale? What's this about exactly?
I'm conducting an exit interview. Talking to family members is a standard procedure, you see.
All right, I'm not sure how I can help.
The fuck?
Especially now that she quit her job there, so I'm not sure it makes any sense to talk about it.
When did you last talk to her?
A few days back, she showed up at the motel out of nowhere. No call or warning. I was glad to see her. Made us some coffee, poured us some numb night.
Was that when Frank's ride with Riley happened?
Over small talk and a couple of toasts, she told me two things. She quit her job, and she was leaving Rue Valley for good. Two big shocks back to back.
There is a quiver in his tone, the sadness pushing through, though he forces himself to continue.
There was also a third thing. That one shook me more than anything else.
Stay silent and wait for him to answer.
She asked about her brother Frank, how he'd been and what he's doing. Little things like that.
What makes that one stand out so much?
You see, Riley and Frank had a fight a while ago and haven't exactly been on speaking terms since. I never understood it. If anyone had been through hell and high water together, it was them. But the fight was so bitter, it drove them apart. So Riley never mentioned Frank for years. This is why I was so stunned. Apologies. I've probably overwhelmed you with family drama, which has nothing to do with your evaluation.
You're comfortable sharing. Actually, give him... No, we are not going with that. If you're comfortable sharing, I'd be glad to listen.
We spoke a bit about Frank, then she handed me money for him. A serious amount in case he should ever need it.
You see the third spark in his eyes. He hurries to clarify before you can ask.
And no, I don't keep it on me. It's in a safe place. A bank, naturally.
Oh, just my luck. Kidding. Please continue.
She asked me to encourage Frank to seek help again. Go back to Dr. Fink, your colleague.
What the fuck is happening? Is this a bug? That's an excellent idea. I fully support him.
Glad to hear you say that. I like him. He seems like a genuinely good man. Riley was adamant. Frank has to talk about Judy's death. You know, that guiding light accident.
That accident must have shaken all of you.
Terribly. Frank was hit the hardest, but Riley too. Judy was a close friend. In any case, she said she would leave something of importance concerning Judy with Dr. Fink, but she didn't go into details.
Problem is, how do we get to the motel now? Because our reset point fucks us in that regard. Whatever she gave him, Fink still holds it. You'll have to get it from him. Right now, it's the only lead you've got, making it the best lead.
I just realized I'm swamping you with family stories. You don't even know everyone I'm talking about, and maybe none of this is relevant.
Don't worry about it. But let me ask, why didn't she meet Frank herself?
I think she was afraid of what would happen if she faced him, that another fight would break out. Riley probably wanted to make sure he'd get the money and that special something, especially since she's leaving Rue Valley for good. Shit! I just remembered she's leaving today. This is her last day here. I just hope she saw Frank to say goodbye.
They did speak before she left, but it didn't go well.
That's a shame. But like their late mother used to say, as long as they're alive, there's always another chance. I can only hope that what I shared proved helpful to you, that you gained something from it.
The information you've given me will be invaluable for my evaluation. Thank you. The next step is clear. Wait for the reset, then head to Fink. But how do we do that? You learned from Ben that Riley left something important with Dr. Fink and told him to give it to Frank when he gets better. Okay? Riley has already heard Judy's message before Frank. Of course, we know that. Yapping with him does nothing, so let's play some hyper-casual protagonists until the loop ends, and we wrap up our episode. The good old fire in the sky. And presumably smoke on the water. Move the branch and leave the car. And end the episode. Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a good day. Goodbye.